Hi, and welcome to M&M Reviews. My name is Margarita, but you can call me Rita.
And my name is Miraj, and you can call me Miraj. And today we're reviewing...
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 2.
2. Okay. So in this episode, like the quick recap of this episode is that, Bucky and Falcon, Sam, they streamline up together. And then they go together on a mission to investigate and kind of dispatch of these red-handed people. What are they called? The
Flag Smashers.
The Flag Smashers. And then during that, they get help from the new Captain America and his new sidekick and his respective sidekick, and they get their ass handed to them, all of them. And then the new Captain America, he tries to convince Bucky and Sam to join and fight like with him as a team, but they're like, nah, bro. And Bucky, he's kind of mad at Sam for giving away the shield, and then they go visit Isaiah, who is also known as the kind of like original Black Captain America. And then in the end of the episode, the ending we both thought was like a bit weird, but the end is basically the new Captain America, he comes and he gets like Bucky his clearance, so he doesn't have to be like on this prohibition with his therapist anymore. And then he's like, please join me. And Bucky and Sam like, nah. And then they plan to go on visiting Simo because they need to find out how these like new people get the super serum soldiers, and they think it has to do something with Hydra. And that's kind of what happens.
That's a really good recap
in this episode. So what did you think about this episode, Rita?
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I think it was just great to see Bucky and Sam together because I feel like they have great chemistry.
They have really good chemistry.
I'm going to say like 3 things I liked the episode and 3 things I didn't like.
That's good.
Episode.
That sounds like a great
So the first thing is I really liked seeing Bucky and Sam together because I think they just have like the cutest chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
They're so adorable together. They're both adorable separately, and that was just really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I like this kind of slow build up on the Flag Smasher idea. I like that their stories being set up a bit slowly, a bit mysterious.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just see them arriving for the night somewhere, or them loading stuff onto a plane or a truck. So not every encounter is this very explosive or exposition laden. I like that this having it in this TV format allows us to build up a little bit and get to know them.
And there's a mystery with the Flag Smashers.
So I'll enjoy the mystery aspect of it. And the third...
Because didn't it seem like the group that we were like following, they were like kind of afraid of or subordinate to like another bigger group or something like that. I don't know, there was some mystery going on.
Yeah, somebody was chasing them, right? They're being chased by multiple people.
And it also seems like they stole this from someone else. I don't know, it's very...
Yeah, so there's a lot of mystery being set up, and I like that because I appreciate... It takes a bit back to the WandaVision where every week you get a little bit of a snippet and you're curious. I really enjoy that curiosity, and I was missing that from last week's episode. So their chemistry, the building curiosity, and I think I really like this Isaiah plotline, and just in general, I like that they're filling in the idea of the super soldiers more, because it never made sense to me that they would stop with Steve Rogers, because the military is unstoppable, insatiable in their desire for hunger. So those are the 3 things I really liked. And now I'm going to say 3 things I didn't like. First of all, I hate Captain America so much.
The new Captain America. The John Walker guy.
Yeah. What's his name? Of course they're kind of trying to make him. I mean, that's what they want you to feel, I guess. So it's, in a way, I like that about the episode. It's creating emotions.
Yes.
But you do really hate him. He's off the chart, so he's so smart. Or he threw himself on a grenade. And then you just hate him anyway with his stupid, pointy chin.
So, like, one thing I thought was very interesting about him is, like, because, I mean, he's good in the episode, right? Like, he's, like, a good part of the episode. And what I thought was really interesting is that they know people are gonna hate him, right? So they actually make him like kind of likable as like a person. Do you know what I mean? Because he's trying to be nice and he's trying to get them together. But I felt like there we also got to see like the difference between him and Steve Rogers, which is not a difference in terms of strength, but it is really a difference in terms of like will and resolve, right? Because he tries like 2 times to convince Bucky and Cap. And then he's like fails the second time, and then he's like, "Stay out of my way." Then.
And he's trying to convince them is very clumsy. The thing is, Steve Rogers, he's so analytical and strategic.
Yes, yeah.
And Steve Rogers also inspires.
Yeah.
I think the thing is that this guy, he's not inspirational.
Yeah.
So Steve, he's a bit of like almost a Superman, you know, through his existence.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like, and I felt like that they did such a good job, like highlighting like the unique nature and spirit of Captain America, like beyond the superhero soldier, where like for him it is this like perseverance and this like inspirational ability. He could do that all day, you know. He could do that all day, you know. He would never let them walk away and be like, "Stay out of my way." He would be all like, you know, find a way to inspire them and motivate them, you know. So I just wanted to.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
So that was my first thing I disliked. Okay, so the second thing I disliked was I also disliked this therapy session in the end. I thought it was a cute scene. I liked the chemistry between the characters, but I felt overall it was just a very contrived way. It felt so unnecessary for the therapist to be there to force them to agree. It was a weird power dynamic that made them both appear a bit childish.
I didn't get where she was. Did you get where she was there?
Neither of them, I feel, are very childish.
Yes.
So this kind of mommy and her unruly son's dynamic that was set up in that scene felt really borrowed from some other situation. It didn't feel like it belonged with these characters to me at all. And also, it just was so unrealistic. A therapy session is nothing like that. So not only I don't think it was a realistic therapy session, but also the dynamic within that scene I felt was very forced and unpleasant.
Yeah.
Sure, Bucky is upset with Sam for giving the shield away, and Sam is angry at him for not respecting him or etc.
Yeah.
And I guess being a general murderer, he just doesn't really like him.
Yeah, I guess so, perhaps.
But it's like, do they need this kind of to be forced to Satan and Hasha? I just didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it. I mean, more than the fact that it felt contrived, I didn't get what the point of it was. Like, why did she bring in Sam there?
I think the point was they're a team, and we're supposed to understand that they are committed to working together.
But why would she consider them a team? Why would she know of them, think of them, classify them as a team? Like, it didn't it was like one of the part of the episode where it is like, so I think like the end of this episode was a bit like weird. It felt like a bit abrupt, and it was just like a lot going on. And that was like the worst part of it, because I just didn't get what was happening.
Yeah, it also feels like maybe not written in the episode, but maybe the concept is that she wants Bucky to have this human connection. So she knows like Sam is kind of his guardian now. So she wants to just put the responsibility of taking care of him on Sam, because she sees that's his only way to reintegrate. But that was not spelled out.
Yeah. No, it was bad.
I just didn't like it.
Didn't like it. What's the final thing you didn't like? Did you have a third final thing?
You know, I just assumed I would have a third final thing.
Yeah, but this episode didn't have a lot to dislike. It was a good episode.
It was a good episode for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, the only thing that, like, above and beyond from what you said, the only thing... Because, I mean, I really think, like... Yeah, I mean, the chemistry between, like, Sam and, like, Bucky is so great. And I love the way they introduced them into each other. Like, because I was, like, kind of wondering, like, how will they streamline together? And I just think they did it in a really good way with, like, Bucky going and visiting because he's, like, mad at, like, Sam for giving away the shield. One thing I liked about the episode is you can, like, feel, like, both in this episode and in the past episode, that the way they're doing this thing with, you know, Sam's blackness as being, like, and the racial problems that exist in the world. I think they're doing it very skillfully, because it's like it was a bit in the first episode, and it's a bit here also. And so they're kind of like building on it as a theme, but they're not like shoving it down your face, because it could feel very contrived, and it could feel very like, just like they're trying to just appeal to like wokeness, do you know what I mean? But I feel like the way they're doing it is very skilled.
Yeah, what I really like that they're setting up is that in Sam's life experience, there is him being seen as a black man and then him being seen as Falcon, and that when he interacts with white people, they see this as kind of an either or. So I think like they really set that up both with the cops and the person at the bank and even some people on the street, right? That but then I thought that was like really fun with the child. He was like, "Oh, you're a black Falcon," and he was trying to kind of bring those, his identities together in a sense. So I think that there is something interesting there, and I really look forward to the way that they're going to explore it. And again, I mean, I just like that they have these bigger themes. That's why I enjoy Marvel content, because there's these bigger themes, Bucky traumatized, recovering from the loss of his friend, and can you come back from being like a crazy killer, etc. Sam, on the other hand, with this political and personal story. I think it's funny that the anarchists are the antagonists.
Yes,
the anti-borders
so
people. That's like the bad guys.
It's so
I think
fun,
that's a very humorous concept, and I really like it. And
it's
I'm
a really
excited.
interesting idea.
And I'm really excited to see more.
That's like, I think that's like really, it's interesting how that's gonna turn out, in the end. Because I mean, usually like the anti-borders people are usually portrayed often, I feel, as like the good guys.
Because they're anti the government.
Yeah, exactly.
And the government is often bad.
Yeah. One thing in this episode, just one more thing about like the whole Black Falcon, so to speak. I feel like, and I might be like wrong here, but I feel like for many people who belong to a minority group of some kind, like their actual like experience of being a minority isn't something that they carry with them like daily and that perseveres every part of their life, but it is something that they like throughout they are their like own person, and at certain like moments in their life they really get confronted involuntarily by this like, okay, am I like a
Wasn't that your experience as a minority?
Yeah, as a minority in Sweden. That was my experience. And I feel like that is how it is for the vast majority, and I feel like that's really how they're doing it with the Falcons. I think that's like nice also, because I think that's more realistic than this like person for whom it's the like primary sense.
Yeah, he's no Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, exactly, in the Black Panther. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's very good. I thought that was really nice in the episode. One thing I thought I disliked in the episode, but then I actually ended up liking, was when they fight, the initial fight on the top of the moving trucks. You get a bit surprised. I get a bit surprised. I get a bit like disappointed, because I thought that they were really underselling the Winter Soldier, right? I mean, because he's the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've seen him, like just to put it in scales, we've seen him take on not the Black Widow, who we have seen defeat like super robots and super soldiers of various kinds, and they kind of handle her rather easily. We've seen him fight toe to toe with Captain America. We've seen him break out of prison where he fought Natasha Romanoff with the Black Panther. We've seen him like do a lot, and the whole mythos is he's this like legendary soldier. So I was like, why are they underselling him so? Why is because like sure, these people also have super strength, but if they have super strength and he has super strength, then they're like just normal people versus each other, and he's like a trained killer and they're just like randoms. But then in the end, then they pointed out the fact that he's not allowed to harm people, and he's been, you know, this whole point of the therapy is right, been that he's not supposed to harm people anymore. So I was like, okay, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I'm really interested to see what they're gonna take that in, where they're gonna take that, you know.
Yeah, it is very interesting, but I mean, I also want to say, like, it is a normal person versus normal person, because he still has the vibranium arm, right?
Oh yeah.
So even if, like, he's fighting people with special abilities, he can tap them to death.
Yes, basically, yeah.
Because Captain America, he knocks people out with his shield.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Very easy, yeah.
So he obviously can do that.
Yeah.
And I know that in the Marvel universe, the line between punching people out and killing people is very, for some reason, wide, which is like, I feel harmful to people, because then you think you can just knock people out and that doesn't kill them.
Yes.
But he could kill people with one punch.
Of course,
that's the point of the vibranium.
Yeah, that's the point of the vibranium arm.
So even if they are superhuman, I think he could
kill them with one. But still, it's going to be interesting to see what they do that. I can see him having like a breakdown moment in like a future episode. And perhaps going on a killing spree or something.
I really like that actor as Bucky. Yeah. I really enjoy his energy very much. Yeah. I feel he's very soulful, and he does this kind of troubled, deep scarred person in a way that I really like. It's a bit like Elizabeth Olsen. Yes. He's not as good at acting as her, but I really feel that, like, when he portrays his character, I really feel that it's coming from this place of a person who's really just been through a lot of shit, so to speak, and it feels very genuine. And to me, to me, it feels not like a person who's pretending that they're so troubled.
He's
because
really good at
I think that's a bit of the same thing as being a minority, right? Is a person who's just suffered many PTSD kind of things. It's not this constant thing where you're being tormented every second, but also really comes through, it's a general vibe. So I really like his vibe. So I enjoy that about the show.
So I have a question for you to end on.
Yeah.
So, how do you think they're gonna handle? Because, like, we know from the trailer for a fact, we know that Falcon is gonna get the shield, right? And he's gonna practice using the shield. So, how do you think he's gonna acquire him? And what do you think they're gonna do with fake Captain America? Like, do you have any prediction for how, like?
Okay.
Because I have one.
I think, did you want to say yours?
No, you say first.
I feel like it would be like kind of like spicy if they killed Captain America.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think that would be quite spicy. I guess Captain America, he could quit for some reason. I don't know why he would quit. He could be like a Hydra or something.
Yeah, I think the Hydra is like, no, I think like if they do that, that's dirty.
Because they set him up also to be such a good boy. Okay, I want to hear your prediction.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of similar to yours. So first of all, from the comic books, we know that this guy...
I don't know anything from the comic books.
Starts out as a good guy, who turns into a bad guy.
Okay.
Because he gets too into the killing part.
Yikes.
But I think... So
just a normal military person.
Yeah, exactly. So a normal military person.
No, that's not fair to military
So I think like the kind of like ordinary setup, the expected setup is something how perhaps the government sees him being too violent, something like that, and then they give the shield to Sam. But what I think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna sacrifice himself to save Sam and Bucky. I feel like that would be really like a good way to do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
So he was a Captain America all along.
Yeah, he was a Captain America all along, actually. Like in a spirit. He had like that fundamental...
Wow, I really hope they do that.
Right? That would be great.
If they don't do that, would be a bit of a...
bit of disappointment. I feel like that would be really cool if they did it, I don't know. So yeah, that's my like one big prediction for the show. Like my one big speculation is that the way they're gonna handle that is they're gonna have him sacrifice himself to save Bucky and Sam, and then Sam is gonna pick up the shield because he like gets like reawakened, and he realizes that like people, they need this shield and he needs this shield.
But that's my question is like, how do you think Sam gets the feeling that he deserves to be Captain America? Because even if the new fake Captain America dies for him, how would that make him feel that he deserves it?
Oh, okay. I think the deserving part is gonna have something to do with the Isaiah storyline, right? For sure. So
Do you think we will see more of Isaiah?
Yes, I think we'll see more of Isaiah. I think he's gonna be.
I really like that actor.
Yeah, he had. Oh my god, the actor has such a good energy. You can really just get the badass feeling from him. But I feel like he's gonna have a lot to do with Sam's awakening. Yeah. So, but I still think that it will be cool, and I think there's a pretty good probability that they take out the new fake Captain America by having him heroically sacrifice himself.
So, and what do you think is Zemo's role is going to be?
I don't know. He's gonna break out for sure. We know that from the trailer. We've seen him put on the mask and being like, the world cannot tolerate superhuman beings or something like that.
So are the Flag Smashers? No, I don't.
Yeah.
But he.
So is he gonna go after the Flag Smashers? Perhaps? Like, I don't know. Like. It's very hard because it's very hard to see how he also fits in to this. It could be something, yeah. I mean, I have no idea there actually, but I'm very excited to have Zemo back, and I think the actor is really good, and I think he's such an interesting villain, in some sense, because he's like, I guess like in some sense he's like the anti-Captain America.
What sense is that?
I don't know, I'm just saying stuff at this point.
Yeah, but I love to hear it.
Well, it's like he's like a really good strategic planner. That's his whole thing. Mm-hmm. So he got that in common with Captain America. And while as like Captain America is all about like is at his best when he works together with other people, Zemo is at his like best when he's like works alone, you know. So I feel like they're like he's a contrast to Captain America like in many ways. I don't know. Then also just like the looks, because like Captain America has like the blonde hair and the like big build, while Zemo has like that kind of like slim brown hair. Yeah, and I just think he's really a good villain. I think that's a good role of a villain to have in the universe. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I just want to, as a last final note.
Okay, as a final note. Yeah.
I do like how much they are trying to introduce complexity to all the characters.
Yes.
You know, Bucky and Sam obviously complex. Yeah. The new Captain America complex. Even this Carly girl, she's not just evil for the sake of being evil. So I enjoy seeing Marvel trying out new forms of humanity.
That reminds me. A final note. I was just gonna say, I should have said it in the start. I'm really impressed by Marvel and Disney. Because I was so worried that like after WandaVision, they would like revert really back to normal. And I wasn't like really worried about it because I like normal Marvel. Normal Marvel is good. It's like really enjoyable, right? But one could really imagine them being like taking a big risk with WandaVision and then like we'll play it really safe with the next one. But I feel like they're not doing that. They are like evolving and they're like developing with this like more nuanced characters, these like deeper feeling storylines such as the minority point and the traumatized point. And I feel like I'm just really happy that they're going with that and not just like completely reverting back to status quo, so to speak. Yeah.
So that's our review of the second episode. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Ciao.